the wait till we get back to a larger town, depending on where we get out of here, or there's lots of possibilities. We just got to think of something that works in with whatever story he comes up with.
Yeah, I was thinking about it. Do you remember? Oh, I think if I remember correctly, we're waiting for a boat to come back, right?
That's correct.
Yes.
That's the southern continent, southern
Yeah,
side of
yeah,
the island.
yeah. So I was thinking he kind of like arrives on there. Don't know why yet, but I don't know. It's just an idea.
Okay, so Oxy, are you saying that you're going to start a new character as well? Is that what you're typing in there?
He's no, I think he's trying to figure out how to make Aerith his own. You know.
He says maybe, not sure yet. Okay. Yeah,
He
I
wants-
mean, we can rewrite the history if we need to, if you want to keep the existing character, or if you just want to invent a new one in. It's just, finding the appropriate place to bring people in and out. But, your choice of race and background story kind of leads us to where those opportunities are usually available. Yeah, have you gone kind of figured out what your background or race or anything like that's going to be?
Yeah, it's human, and I have a kind of almost finished background written up on it too. So I'm just kind of filling stuff in right now. I mean, it won't be done for tonight, obviously, but for later.
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay, I'm back. I'm ready to go. How about
Hey,
you
Dave.
guys?
Yeah, we're ready. Oxy's, I guess, considering either rewriting or potentially creating a different Aerith or a different character. So I just wanted to kind of throw that out there. He was saying it up in chat.
Okay, that's fine with me. If he doesn't, I just, I mean, if you guys want to do it, I'm on during the week. And nobody came in during the week to make new characters, so don't be scared to come in here. I'll help you out in any way I can. So,
Yeah, I apologize about that. I couldn't make it because this week was just crazy for me at
oh,
work. So.
understand it. It's been crazy for me as well, so no big deal.
Hey, Oxy, is your mic not working?
It is.
Oh,
Alright.
okay.
But I like
Yeah,
typing.
don't
It's easier.
worry about getting your character in here. Just if you want to create a new character, just work with David.
Holy reverb, Batman.
Alright. So does anybody want to give a recap on where we left off last week?
Well, let's see. We trying to remember where we started last week. It was just the beginning of the island. So,
Yep.
we ever got everybody over the island. We noticed that there appeared to be some capturing of some slaves, or would appear capturing of some villagers that were apparently being used as slaves. We attacked a couple of the guys that were carrying in one of the villagers, set the villager back to the village, and one guy ran in. We chased after him, fought a whole bunch of Neanderthal type brutes in the temple area, and traveled around in the not traveled, but explored the area in here. Released a bunch of other villagers that we found here. We rested up real quickly to get some kind of recover some spells, and before we traveled down a little bit further, we knocked down a wall here to find a kind of a lower entrance into the temple, and that's sort of where we're at.
It sure is. You guys had just discovered this temple in this small room here, and you tested with a torch I believe it was a torch or some type of item with a light spell cast on it, and you had determined that there was another level to this dungeon. And where you are at now, I guess this is your marching order. This is a pitch black dark descent going down into another level. And
Okay. So
everybody,
real
I'll copy your miniatures over and put them over on the new map.
So real quick, we've got 2 weapons that we've found now. I've got the long sword that I've been using, and we have the spear that we picked up from the leader.
Yes.
Aaron, I don't know if you were interested in either of those weapons. I'm certainly willing to, work out whatever we need to do so that we're both using something that's maybe a little bit better. If you'd rather use the long sword, I'm more than happy to swap it out with the spear. Just whatever you feel.
Well, we didn't find out what any of the properties for it were. I mean, we knew it was magical in some kind, right?
Yeah, I haven't had the time to identify it yet.
Right, yeah.
I mean, if you guys are willing to waste an hour. Sorry about the background noise.
It's alright.
That's fine. Well, we're kind of at a stopping point, so if you guys want to, I mean, not a stopping point, but we're in a rather safe place. So if we want to do that to be safe, that's fine. It's up to you guys. I know that the original Baron had, this is kind of out of character, but the original Baron was a finesse character, but it doesn't look like he's really got any additional bonus from his dex or his strength, any difference anyways. So I don't know if, how you feel about that, and I don't know if, I guess, the Baron ever picked a fighting style, so you might have an option there as well.
Okay.
Do you have the spell slot memory to cast a couple identifies? Or is that a ritual, or?
It's ritual.
It's an hour-long ritual.
That's okay. We'll say that you have we'll say that actually happened between last week and this week. So
Well, I was gonna use that, the resting time from last week to get spell slots back instead of identifying, but
well, you were able to. Everybody had a long rest. Everybody's full life. Everybody has full spell slots back, and you are
Never mind
able
then.
to. You are able to do your 1 hour ritual. So what items do you still have that have not been identified?
I believe
Well, we have that box that we didn't open that we knew had something in it, so we might as well dig into that and the spear.
Okay. Well, right off the bat, I'm going to tell you that the spear has a name, and the spear is called the Bleeding Spear. And in battle, as you guys had seen last session, the spear produces a red radiant glow around the spear's head, and blood seems to drip from the head of the spear. That is when you basically go into battle. And as I had mentioned in last game as well, in the last session as well, the spear actually dimmed down to nothing again, and the blood stopped trickling out of the spearhead. So it seems to be a bloodthirsty spear. Whenever you go into battle, it's dripping blood, and it looks cool and everything. So that's one effect on it. And the actual properties of the spear is a +10 spear. No, I'm just kidding. I just wanted to hear you guys go, what the fuck?
Oh,
No, it's it's a +1 spear. And when the spear actually does damage to a target, the target will take an additional 1d4 damage at the start of each turn as well. And this damage will stack up to 3d4 per round if you continuously hit. which is actually pretty slamming.
Oh yeah, I vaguely remember that happening. Yeah.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I clearly remember that happening.
Yeah.
And if someone takes an action to bind the wound, the total damage dealt by this effect is reduced by 1d4. So, but in combat, you're really not going to have to worry about that. And also, if any of the targets that has this bleed on it regains any kind of hit points in any way, the proc dissipates and you won't have a bleed on it anymore. So basically, if you're fighting we'll say you're fighting another Neanderthal, and a Neanderthal shaman casts a healing spell, and you've got 3 stacks of that bleed on it, the bleed goes away. So that's how that works. But it has to be a bleed. It has to be a heal effect of any kind. I mean, it can be a self heal from a cleric or whatever, any kind of heal, a barbarian heal, whatever. And that is the spear. And I hope you guys wrote
Do
that
all
down.
3 stacks?
What you get 1 stack per hit. It doesn't get.
No,
3
I mean when they heal you, does all 3 stacks, for instance, just
Correct.
dissipate after that?
If they take any kind of healing spell whatsoever, it will dissipate all 3 stacks, or however many stacks you have on there.
Okay.
Still, it's a pretty nice weapon.
Yeah, it's definitely a damage doer, that's for sure. Especially for your all's level, that's actually a really nice weapon. Okay, and
So real quick, I mean, it's kind of, whichever one you want to use. The sword that I have is a +1 longsword. It's versatile as well, as just like the spear, which means it can be used in 1 or 2 hands. And it's got 3 charges of featherfall on it, and it has the ability to locate metal ore.
and those featherfall charges regenerate every day. And if you somehow are unconscious and you fall off of a steep cliff, your sword will recognize that and automatically cast that on you, so you won't take massive amounts of fall damage. You probably won't take any fall damage at all, because the sword will recognize that you're actually falling, and the sword will actually, if you don't physically activate it with the sword will do it for you. That's how that sword works.
Okay, what's the name of the spear?
It's called the Bleeding Spear.
I
Okay.
have a question. Is
Sure.
there a difference between using a sword, a one-handed sword with one hand, or versus 2 hands?
The longsword can be done either way, 1 or 2-handed. It's versatile, just like the spear is. The spear is also versatile.
Yeah,
means it-
but what would the difference be between using it either one hand or 2 hands?
A longsword is normally 1d8. If you use it with 2 hands, it's 1d10. The spear is
Except-
normally 1d6, and if you use it with 2 hands, it's 1d8.
But I think if Baron wouldn't get the dice increase because he's a halfling.
Yeah, he can. He just doesn't have as long as it's not a heavy weapon, he can still use it.
I thought it was just. Anyway, never mind.
No, it's not like it used to be where a small creature can't use a medium weapon. He has to use a medium weapon in 2 hands. They just differentiate it. Well, I don't know. I need to check on that, but I don't remember that being listed, that it has to be a light weapon.
Maybe I'm thinking of something else.
So you also have that stone box from the altar. Is that the box you're talking about?
Yep.
Okay. Well, as you cast Detect Magic on it, you actually, out of the cracks in the keyholes, radiant light pours out of it. And you can actually tell that there's definitely something of magical value in this box. Hey, what's up there, Fearless? Nice to see you, man. Thanks for stopping by, dude.
Does the box appear to be locked?
I'll also have to talk to you, Fearless, probably on Thursday about
And
if
I
you
did
would like
just
to be
really,
a
I just checked the
channel
happens, and yeah, they don't
moderator.
have anything like that in
The
this
forums
edition.
are going.
But they have in
I've had a
previous
little bit of
editions,
problem
that's why I
finding
was
a program
confused.
for it.
Yeah,
But
I
I've
had
actually
I
got
thought
one
the same
now,
thing, and then I couldn't
and
find
I'm
anything.
in the middle
so
of
I guess they
testing
just
it
got rid
now,
of it.
so-
I'm gonna look in the DM's guide just to make sure, but or how to play. I mean.
All right, for the actual box itself, you get the box open, and it actually has a it's a large statue that is made of gold, and it looks to be a lot of coral etchings, and it looks to be an amphibious, like to be a amphibious humanoid with a smooth head, large eyes, and a tentacled mouth. You actually you identify this as a Kopru. So that's what the we'll skip all the lore checks and everything. One of you actually notices that is a statue of a Kopru.
Okay, I don't know what that is.
A Kopru is a sort of Naga type of creature, a underwater half snake, half humanoid type of.
Yeah, I know what the Naga is. Okay, so did he get any kind of indication as to what type of magic it was from the identify or the detect magic?
Well, it just had a radiant glow to it, and who all actually looked at the statue?
I'm assuming I am looking at it right now. So
All right. Well, I'm gonna need you to make a DC 13 Wisdom saving throw.
ah, crap. I get proficiency on Wisdom saving throws, so I can add 2, right? Yay.
I'll even give you advantage on this as well. So I didn't see your first roll, so I don't think you had rolled yet. So okay. Well, anyway, you're fine. You notice that as you look at the statue, you feel like a mind-altering type of sensation as it was trying to possess you in a way, and you resisted it. So you basically
And I tell everybody to look away.
you think that it was trying to either get into your mind or charm you.
I'll close the box then, and I don't know. Well, I'll tell the party that it's not safe to look at this thing, and
I actually, Fearless, I actually have some. I have a
I don't know what we do with it if it's not safe to look
PBB
at it.
type of bulletin board system.
We'll take
inside
it back
the
to town
site already.
at some point.
I just have to activate it. I haven't published it yet because I want to make sure it works before I actually publish it.
Or for that matter, we could give it to somebody that we don't like.
Here's a gift.
Yeah, we could use it.
Yeah,
So yeah, we'll hold on to it for now.
that's a great idea, actually, guys. I like that.
It'll be interesting. I mean, what exactly it would do, you know, once it's charmed or mind controlled or whatever somebody. But anyway, let's I'll put it back in the box and close it. And
Okay.
Okay, so just real quick on the two weapons, Baron, out of character. I think the only reason that Baron originally didn't take any of the weapons that have been dropping is because he was trying to go finesse, but currently he's not gaining any benefit from that since the strength and dex are both the same bonus. So that would be the only thing stopping you from taking either of the weapons. That if you hadn't spent your 4th level ability score bonuses, you could boost your dex, and then it would make sense for you to use a light finesse weapon, because you'll actually get a better bonus. But either way, however you want to work that out, I'm fine with either weapon. I just wanted to throw that out there, and then, again, the alternative is that maybe we can pass one of these on to your next character.
Okay, yeah. I mean, for now, I'm just gonna say, you're the one, I guess, who got, hit with the spear. So I'll let you choose first, and I guess I'll just use like whichever one you don't use.
I didn't catch that.
I mean, I was saying that, you should take.
Hey,
the
thanks
pick on
everybody
which
for
one you
joining
want
the
to use.
stream.
I'll
How's
just use
everybody
whatever one you
tonight?
want to use, okay?
We're just getting
Okay.
going. We were fixing to go to the
I'm
second
actually
level.
kind of interested in the spear. I think that
in the
kind of
temple.
goes with the kind of what the Rangers' abilities
within
already
the
are.
Isle of Dread. They
And
actually
you'll
worked their
do
way
a
up to the
little bit more
plateau
per
a
hit
couple
with
weeks
the,
ago.
with
Killed
the
some
longsword,
Neanderthals
and
last
that's
week,
also
and
likely to
now
be
they're
a
going to
better
level 2.
paladin weapon, to be honest with you.
Fixing to meet some Copperoos. That'll be pretty nice.
All right, so Dave, I guess I'll go ahead and start switching out the stats on the weapons and everything on my macros.
Okay. All right. So here we are. Do you have any other type of itemization to take care of before we start heading down
I'm
into the second
wondering-
level?
I'm wondering how high is the roof? How high up?
It's just a standard for the area that you're in now. It's about 7 foot tall, and the
Alright,
the actual
I'm gonna-
passageway going down seems to be a little bit smaller. So you're gonna have to, especially the 6-footers in the group. It seems like the ceiling actually shrinks down to about 5.5 feet. So you're gonna have to kind of duck when you're climbing down to the second level of the temple. So.
Alright. I'm gonna keep an eye on if I see the floor of the other room, the one with the cracks and holes.
Yes.
I wanna see if I can find that room. Just in case. Okay.
You're gonna try to find what now?
The room in the other level
Mm-hmm.
that has cracks and we could fall through it.
Oh yes, actually,
Yes,
you're right here. Actually, when the group descends
Oh,
down
this
into the darkness, well, first off, it's pitch black dark. So I need to know what you're doing
Sorry.
for, if you're going to be doing a torch, if you're going to be doing some kind of light spell cast as a cantrip on top of like a helmet to radiate light for the group, if you're going to be casting it on a shield or whatever, because it is totally pitch black dark right now.
Okay, I should still be able to see 60 feet in the darkness.
Yeah.
Renan, what do you suggest?
That's not up to me. It's up to you guys.
Yep.
I'll go ahead and cast light on my mace. Or Warhammer or whatever I have.
Arc. Let's see some drama.
Sorry.
Alright, so you have a light spell on your mace. So you are definitely producing some light for the group now. You descend way down into the second not way down, but you descend down. Everybody's crouching over, especially all of the tall people. Gim doesn't have a hard time. He's a little short, stocky guy. So, but anyways, you make your way down into a chamber that is filled with dark water, which is about halfway filled, and it seems the water is just several feet deep. There's an archway that leads out of the room into a corridor lined with several barred cells, and there's a lot of feedback going on tonight, guys.
Not me.
This is actually what you see here. And these rooms with the dots represent I guess those are the representation of sort of like cell bars. all of the seems to be iron bars, and they're badly corroded, and there's a lot of rust. Seems like the actual locks could be bust pretty easily.
So is there
Is there
anything
anything-
interesting? Yeah, sorry.
No, the same.
I think we're both going to ask the same questions. Is there anything interesting in the cells or whatever?
Well, you'll notice that now that you have the light source and everything up, you actually look up above you and you see that this is the actual spot to where you had tossed the light source down into previously on the other level.
Alright.
Also, so we have more light sources, I'm going to cast light on my staff.
Okay.
Alright, I suggest we move on cautiously.
Cautiously. Very cautiously.
Was that you, Dave?
What do you mean, is that me?
I just saw like 6 dice hit the table.
Yes. Actually, as you get to the end of the room there, Aerith, you are actually the only one. Well, of course you're a rogue as well, but you actually notice as you're walking straight forward, it seemed to be a rather sloppy job, but it seems to be a hidden door.
Secret door.
Yes.
I'll point it out to the party and look these ways. Make sure there's nothing like a trap or anything.
Alright. You want to go ahead and check the door and all that good stuff?
Yes, I will.
Just go ahead and give me we'll call it a check and disarm roll.
I don't think that's... Yeah, no, that's the modifier.
You think that there's no traps. You're not fully certain, but you really
Right.
think that there's no traps, and you could actually find the mechanism to open the door.
I'll look both ways before...
Before
Doing that.
crossing the street.
Yeah,
Yeah,
basically.
He also has a expertise bonus.
Not very much.
Indeed, he should, right?
+5, yeah.
Okay, so it's actually a 17.
Yes.
Okay, so you are actually certain there are no traps on this door, but you do
All right.
sense that there seems to be. You can feel vibrations as you're skimming the door and looking for the actual mechanism to open the door. You actually sense that there's some kind of vibration on the door, like as if there's water on the
So,
other side of the
when
door.
you say this is a sloppy hidden door, how sloppy? Is it obvious or?
It was pretty obvious. It wasn't covered up very well because your
This might be a
perception
trap.
your perception check was so high. That's why I
Oh.
explained it to you like that. If you had not rolled as high, I would not have made it as obvious as a sloppy door.
Okay.
Maybe you would have seen it out of the maybe like out in the shadows or something. You could have seen like a door seal or a doorway.
So do we want to open this or check the other places? This is clearly locked, so maybe we don't want to open another entrance just yet. What do you guys think?
You could definitely tell that there was some type of, like I was saying, some type of vibration that seems like maybe
Yes.
there is water behind this door. You don't know how much water, you can't tell, but you can sense it. Your Jedi sense.
This